Hey guys, my name is Asia, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how I made this DIY satin crop top. So if you want to see how I did that, then keep on watching. So for this DIY, I took a large piece of fabric, folded it in half, and then placed a crop top on top of it and drew an outline, and that's going to be the shape of my top. After that, I cut out the outline. Next, I flipped the two pieces of fabric inside out and I kind of pinched them together and pinned them down, and then I sewed along that seam. Then I hemmed the top and the bottom part of the shirt by folding it in, pinning it down, and sewing it into place. So now we're going to move on to the elastic, and I recommend buying the elastic that's about a ½ inch in width. I didn't have that, so I just cut this one in half, which I do not recommend because it frays really easily. But basically all that I did was sew the elastic on the top part of the shirt right underneath the seam. Another word of advice, so when you're sewing the elastic on, make sure you pull the elastic tight as you're sewing, and that's going to create that ruched effect, and this is what it should look like. I'm going to move on to the straps, and honestly this was the hardest part of the tutorial, but I'm going to show you guys what I did. So I started off by cutting off 4 strips of fabric. Then I took the fabric with the right side facing up and placed a string along the center of the fabric. Then I folded it in half, pinned, and sewed along the edge. Also, I needed to anchor the string into place, so I just sewed the top portion of the string down onto the fabric, and you're gonna see in a minute why this step is super crucial. Here's what the strap looks like once it's sewed, and I just cut off the excess fabric. So now I need to turn the strap right side out, and that is where the strings come in handy. So I'm gonna take the side of the string that I did not sew down, and I'm gonna start pulling on it. And eventually it's gonna cause the other end of the fabric to kind of invert itself. So hopefully you can see in the video, but I managed to pull the strap halfway through when the string snapped, but that is not a problem.
We need to move Lonzo. That ain't no problem.
So to improvise, I used this rat tail comb to push the fabric the rest of the way through the tube, and I used this method for the remaining 3 straps. Once I turned my straps right side out, I saw that they were a little puffy, so I just took my flat iron and I flattened them out because I am way too lazy to get out an ironing board. There's no time for that. Then I took my freshly ironed straps and I sewed 2 of them to the front of the shirt and 2 of them to the back. And this is how it turned out, and this is definitely my favorite DIY that I've done so far.